It's a story we've been following here, the storm of book banning and censorship that swept across the state this school year. From politicians to parents filing complaints to have books pulled from library shelves. It is the topic of one story on tonight's NBC Nightly News report with Lester Holt. And joining us live from Houston is NBC News senior investigative reporter Mike Hixenbaugh. Mike, what are some examples of books parents in Texas have been trying to ban?
Yeah, in your area, the Eanes Independent School District has had a number of requests to remove books. One example that jumps out is a parent who asked to replace 4 books that deal with racism, including How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi, to take those off the shelves and replace them with copies of the Bible. Many of the challenges that are coming in deal with race, racism, LGBTQ issues, or include passages that describe sex and some explicit language around those issues. And so districts are under increasingly intense pressure to remove some of these books, not just from parents, but from Texas politicians, such as Governor Greg Abbott, who has called for criminal charges against any school staff who keep some of these books in their libraries.
You mentioned Eanes. How have other school districts in Texas responded to this pressure?
There's a wide range of responses. In some school districts, the school board and the school district are following protocols in which books stay on the shelves when they've been challenged by a parent. A committee of school staff and volunteers review them, and they read the whole book and they decide together whether or not it's appropriate to keep in libraries. In other districts, such as Northeast ISD outside of San Antonio, books are coming off the shelves by the hundreds before any kind of formal review is taking place. And librarians described to me for all across the state feeling pressure to quietly pull books off the shelves or avoid ordering books that might draw complaints in the future, which raises fears among free speech advocates about kind of a soft censorship that could take hold in these districts, with school staff afraid to purchase books that reflect their students.
NBC News senior investigative reporter Mike Hixenbaugh, thanks for joining us from Houston.